Let us continue playing Monster Loves You. When we last left off, my phone went off. Hurrah! When we last left off, we are now an elder. And thus, we are in the Monster City. And we can journey to Carmen, and we have politics to worry about. We also have... This is how our monsters think of humans when the inevitable conflict comes. This is how delicate... Yeah, this will dictate how monsters act. What do we think of humans? Monsters dislike and fear humans, but you can change this. And currently, they dislike and fear us. So, huzzah for that. Well, we're honest and kind, so let's see. Do we want to journey to... Carmen there? We've got two hugging things. We've got a bandage. We've got a skull. Yorick? No, we've got to do Yorick first. See bolts of lightning hit a strange rod on a roof and investigate. From inside the house, you hear someone shout, "Live! Live!" followed by maniacal laughter. What's going on? You listen at the window and hear a maniacal rant. This human is building a creature out of other humans. Dead humans. That sounds familiar. Consider what you've heard of such things. Someone did this a while back in the mountains, and they made a creature alright, but it was more like a monster, and it did some bad things. In the end, a lot of monsters got killed because of it. We need to stop the human from making such a creature. His plan's bad for the humans who live here, and it'll make things hard on your fellow monsters, most likely. You set your mind to stopping him, but how? I wish I could see what my actual stats are, but let's go for a way to sabotage the apparatus. On completion, you decide to stop the flow of lightning at the source. So you snap the rod in two, the lights in the house go dark. From inside, the human lets out a wail. Time to go! More humans smash down the door and discuss the matter with the shouty one. They have pitchforks and torches. One nods to you. You did us a boon! Hurrah! And the humans think slightly better of us. Huzzah! Still disliking Virus. Okay, so we've got a few days to try and do this. Monster politics. So, there's a sword, sleep, exploding ball, laughing, happy. Let's go with the sword. The spine doctor looks up from a current patient. She's working a human knife free of a younger monster's ribs. Humans are dangerous. Humans are unstoppable. Watch and listen. She says, humans? No claws, so they make their own. Awful thing, knife wound. Takes twice as much milkweed to patch up as a jugular attack. Best stay clear, I say. Explain how they're not all fighting. Success! That scary knife you explain is used to spread jam on bread. Real knives are much worse. The spine doctor nods, a little shocked. Okay, huzzah. Let's go and journey to Carmen again. And that seems like something we could probably do. So let's go with this. It's a secluded hiding place near a park. Suddenly you see a human grab a stomach and fall over. Oh. Now's your time to shine. That's the spirit, what will we do? Be like the spine doctor. Doctor are good. We have 100 that, so that should work. You gently lay her down on her back gently and feel her belly. Rubbing calls for milkweed, a sure settler of such complaints. We'll go find some. You dash into the park where you see a few pods of the stuff. Using your claw, you cut open the pods and drain the contents into the human's mouth. What happens? She moans and tries to push you away, but you hold her still and keep the medicine coming, just like the spine doctor taught you. Success! The human is soon standing unaided. Other humans come to help her, but she hardly needs their assistance. Off we go. Oh, advanced neurosurgery plus 15. The human brushes milkweed fluff from her chin and looks around for a saviour. You're sure she's watching as you lope away. Okay, so the humans now are fairly ambivalent. Okay, so yeah, those are the human-rated ones. These are the monster-rated ones. So we're going to have to do these ones, I think. Let's go here. Let's go for the pot. Jaggery drinks deep from a jar of cider. He belches, and the air goes wavy. Watch the ferocious elder as he drinks some more. Jaggery raises one claw. Humans? Humans are stupid, lazy, worthless, stupid, and I'll fight any monster who says otherwise. No, smart humans brought us cider. Humans can be altruistic and generous. No, the smart humans brought us cider. Hadn't thought of that. Jaggery gets very serious very quickly. The other monsters nod as if they consider this important fact. Blow their minds just a little bit. You say, and what? And if they've thought of that, what else have they thought of? Ah, we only get a +8. Seems harder to convince the monsters than the humans, strangely. Okay, let's go for more politics. We want to go for... The feather is mightier. You're arguing with Elder Merg, who is much older than you, but a little slow on the uptake. She insists that humans don't farm chickens. I think humans never do good things. Explain, in fact, that they do, in fact, farm chickens. You go on about how plump and delicious the chickens become under human protection, and how many eggs they produce in their wooden nest boxes. Merg rolls her eyes, unimpressed. She's too cowardly to assume that... I don't think we've got a very good ferocity here, do we? We make a chicken from a farm as proof. I'm not sure stealing a chicken is going to help matters, but... You have no trouble getting onto a farm. You return with a chicken so fat it looks like a feathered balloon. Show off a chicken. I'm amazed that didn't lower our human standing. Impressed, Merg accepts the chicken and takes a bite. Another relative says, maybe the humans do have some redeeming qualities. Well, it looks like I'm slowly building us up to some sort of peaceful relations, so... Okay, let's go back to Carmen here. Puddle... 2 the same here, seemingly, so we'll go with one of these then. You're hiding in a shiny wood building. 2 humans are holding hands in front of another human. Aha! He makes a lot of noise about a witness. The other 2 look around, disappointed, at the empty room. We'll go with this because 100% we probably will be able to get this to work. So quietly seek out another human to be a witness. Sneak into the yard outside where another human is gardening. You make polite coughing noises until he puts down the host. Come look. Draw him into the building. He follows you towards the room with the other humans. He pauses and looks down at his filthy gardening clothes, then at the nice clean floor. Get him to help. You reach up and pat the human on the back and make reassuring noises. He's hesitant, but then nods and kicks his boots off. His soaked feet make no sounds as he approaches the other humans to bear witness. As you leave, he winks at you. That is grand. The extra human doffs his hat and stands patiently while the others talk and kiss. Everyone is very happy. And you made it happen. How do they think of us then? Some humans like monsters. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Go back to politics for now. So we've done 3 and 3, but look at this. So 4 of each. Let's go with the warning sign. Elder really wants to stop using electricity from the humans. It's making us less monstrous, and it's a human thing through and through. You happen to know a bit about electricity. You shuffle forward and raise one claw, clearing your throat. All the elders turn to look. He says, "Ah, you agree with me." Now we're going to describe why electricity's greatest thing ever. It's allowed me to LP this game. It is an awesome creation, and therefore worthy of praise. You explain your point of view. Some of the younger elders start talking about doing more with electricity than just keeping things cold or well lit. Explain what you know about electricity, the good and the bad. Describe some of the things you've seen. Pictures with moving boxes, let's plays, ways to send messages by clicking one's fingers on a board. The other elders believe you. Of course they do. You're not thought of as a liar, after all. Oh, +18. They're fascinated. The group agrees to look for new ways to use electricity for the benefit of the monster civilization. Really hisses and stalks away. Okay, so 7 days. We've got both of them around the same. Let's do some more politics because it's lower. Sleeping. You're just concluding a thrilling speech to the other elders. Finally, something goes smoothly. Snark, snark, rock, rock, snark. What in snack is that noise? Old Hamray fell asleep in the middle of your speech. Again. His pig-like snout and his 4 nostrils give his snores a poignant, thunderous quality. Cough gently. You'd have better success whispering at the moon. Hammer keeps snoring. Talk louder to be heard over his snoring. Hammer wakes up. He looks around and says, "You know, humans are pretty nasty. They shove rocks and cut things with them. They also kill each other all the time." Explain the humans don't do that anymore. Well, they do, but I'm certainly not fighting Hammering over it. You remind everyone that Hammering's information is far out of date. Humans forge knives now, and they rarely kill each other. The old Snouter says, "Suppose you're right." That's our 80% now. Monsters love humans. That's possibly getting a little too personal, but we'll move on. Let's go with this one. An older human and many children sit in rows in a hot, echoing room. The older human drones on, while the children look at everything but him. The windows, the cloak, even your hiding spot. What's the older human saying? He's telling them about lifeology. You know about that, but judging from his expression, he doesn't seem to find it very interesting himself. Step in and show him how to teach. You burst into flush and everyone stops to stare at you. For one precious moment, nobody does anything. Tell them about the workings of living things. You begin your lecture smoothly explaining how heart pumps blood and how many miles of veins and arteries they have in their bodies. The whole class listens fascinated. What kind of schoolroom have we walked into? You're well into the second hour of your lecture when a bell rings. The teacher says, "I'm sorry, that's all the time we have." Wrap things up. As the children leave and chatter and laugh, you've made some new friends today. Okay, we're doing quite well here. As long as we can keep the two stats quite high, we should be alright here. I'm not sure we got any more respect, though, which is a little worrying, but oh well. What else have we got, then? We're going to go with this, because we want to try and raise our endurance setting, I guess. You're investigating a stack of crates in an alley. You hear a shriek. Ah! Screaming boxes! Wait, it's a small child. He runs in, followed by 3 slightly larger ones. The small one jumps behind the crates to hide, next to you. What about the 3 larger ones? They're laughing and poking at the crates, looking for him. They smell like tobacco and sound like hyenas. Teach the child to be a monster attack. No, we're going to have to keep the small one hidden. Like many stupid alpha animals, the bullies quickly get bored and leave. The child turns to go, but just before he does, he gives you a tentative hug. Shirt covered with slime, he leaves. Okay. Yeah, we got 100 out of 100 there, so I guess we're just onto politics then for finishing this up. Let's go with this exploding thing. Senio Aslet, electrical genius, holds your abacus, turning the rocks for you and other the elders to see. Take a closer look. The calculations don't lie. All humans find out about monsters in 2 months. These figures are rock solid. Literally. We should prepare new hiding places. Challenge Canilo's head logic with headology. We don't know enough to predict their actions. That's probably true. We don't. Canilo scoffs at you. I should remind you that I am far your elder among elders, and you making sense when you say I making sense. Point out he doesn't even say electrical correctly. Canilo considers and speaks. Alright, what was I doing? I wasn't full of my own pridings? 88%. Alright, more politics. So I think we sort of created a peaceful human-monster cohabitation type thing here. Let's go then with the smiling one. Mopsy Moral outlines a plan for defense against humans. Fruitcake, I've seen it, friends. Every year humans offer it to each other, but nobody wants it. I can't possibly think that fruitcake is a weapon. I don't know, I quite like fruitcake, so I suppose it'll work on me. Oh, she does, Mopsy goes on. If they fear it so, it must be a weapon. Perhaps a deadly one. One we can steal and turn against the humans if we need to. Humans give fruitcake as gifts, sort of. Everyone is shocked. You said surprising things before, but this is pretty blatant. Mopsy mutters something to a friend, too quiet for anyone to overhear. Mopsy mutters, You are known for your generosity, so perhaps you are right. I just want to get my claws on some of this fruitcake. Ah, as I said, I do like fruitcake. More politics then. 3 more to go, we'll go with that. Gobclaws unroils a big map showing the surrounding region. She points one pincer at a series of red circles. Say what? These are places where I've seen humans drop things. I think we should put garbage cans there. Why? Goldclaw says, so we can harvest the things they drop. Then we can study them to understand them better. That's actually not such a bad thing, although we would then be basically garbage collectors, I suppose, but well, we'll help with the plan. You get things in order and help Goldclaws arrange the cans so they'll be easy to collect later. Yay, organisation! You Goldclaws sneak through the woods to the new designated human evidence collection locations, or DHECLs, and place the extra cans. Yay, acronyms! Almost immediately, humans begin dropping trash into the cans, including many candy wrappers with bits of sweetness still inside. Yay, licking dirty candy wrappers. Goldclaws prepares a report based on the preliminary findings, and everyone agrees that she is quite clever, and so are you. Yes! So we now got maximum. We've declared this to be a peaceful monster-human cohabitation. Let's go and journey over there. Another hug. Hopefully this isn't going to be the same one. You're splashing through rain gutters when you spy a human on the steps below. She snuffles and sobs into a tissue. A crumpled letter lies beside her. Let's help the human. You slide down a gutter and squat beside the human. She squeaks, and then holds very still when you don't attack her. Okay. Finally she says, "Want to know why I'm crying? Parents say I must marry Ernest, but I do not love him. Or she just go away." Devour her! Nom 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 nom. Help her no matter how dangerous they may be. She starts to blink away her tears and starts to laugh. Then she sees that you're serious. She takes your claw in hand and you go inside. Yes? Where two older humans interrupt their dinner to scream and jump away from you. Right, well, begun is half done. The older humans calm themselves and listen to her for, you suppose, the first time. They reach agreement at the wedding. Hurrah! Younger human smiles and squeezes you. Not trying to choke you, but to show you how much he appreciated your help. Hurrah! And that is 100. As you walk through Portland Square, you think on your past. Life hasn't always been easy, but you've built up your reputation and are quite well respected. Yes, I am. Though monsters have always feared and loathed humans in the past, your work towards improving relations has paid off. Monsters have come to respect and like them. Well done. Grand. Meanwhile, humans, who once hated all monster kind, have come to understand monsters aren't terrible, evil things. Rumor has it, the humans think pretty well of you. Shattering your reverie, a terrible commotion erupts. Elders and younger monsters alike are milling about in a great mob. What is it? Blots drops from a nearby roof. Humans! Humans are coming this way! What? That's wonderful. We can talk to them. It's true. Relations have been warming up. Both monsters and humans meet deep in the well mist. There's a considerable shuffling of feet and paws. Nobody wants to talk. Everyone wants to talk, but nobody wants to make the first move. If only some monster were to speak up. Yes, if only. A few of the other elders are looking at you, strangely enough. Welcome to humans as friends. Everyone breathes a sigh of relief as you put your best claw forward. It's the first step of a long journey, a journey on which monster and human will cooperate in all things. What happened next? Universal prosperity. Who dared to find a narrow gap between fear and hate? Now humans and monsters work together for the benefit of all. Hooray! And so, monsters and humans worked, lived, and played together for many happy generations to come. Hooray for the future! The end! Our final personality. Huzzah! Well, we weren't the most respected of monsters, but that's not a bad run. Overall, in fact, that's for a first run, I think we did rather well there. Although having these two stats max really kind of killed a lot of the tension in getting that result. I suppose though I should really have tried being evil, I suppose. Maybe I should have done. Oh well. Anyway, this was Monster Loves You, and huzzah! We got a good ending. So, Shadow 2012, and I will see you next LP. Until then.